Hey everybody, this is David from Shine On Studio in Oakland, California. I want to welcome you to another video tutorial. And in this one, I'm going to show you some tips and tricks on how to make your vocals a little bit bigger, wetter, wider in the mix. And this is going to be just a first little segment of this video series, just to get you going so you can start asking some questions so that I can do the other videos based on what you guys want to know. So we're going to start here with the track from Shimmy Cotter. This is called Into You, and I'm going to play you a little bit of what I've got right now.
You make my heart rip at the seams, an irresistible and heavenly tease. And I can remember the last time I gave a damn about any other guy.
Alright, the first thing you want to do is put in an EQ. I like my first EQ to be something that's subtractive with just a little bit of boost maybe, depending on the vocalist. Now, Shimmy has a great voice, and she has great vocal technique and mic technique. So working with an artist like this is very easy. So it's not always this easy, but I'm going to show you a few things that'll help you along the way. Now this one is from Brainworks, the guys over at Plugin Alliance. Dirk and the fellas over there make some great plugins. Go check them out. It's pretty easy to find. Just Google Plugin Alliance. I'll actually put a link for their website down below also. And this one is the Hybrid EQ. And the reason I like this is because when you focus on the frequency, it gives you a notched frequency focus point. So let me play the vocal here, solo it up. And I'm going to mute the effects so you can hear just the vocal.
You make my heart rip at the seams.
So right here at about 294, I've got some boxy nasaliness that I'm pulling out, a couple of dB.
I gave a damn about any other guy.
And then let's see right here at 343, got some sharp, some frequencies that really are harsh to the ear.
I find I'm making.
So this is great. You can click on the frequency and then sweep back and forth, and then when you're adjusting the Q, it also lets you hear the size of the Q. So awesome plugin with the auto listen feature engaged. So you can see I'm just rolling off a little bit of the low end because we don't need any information down here. She doesn't have any bass in her voice. And then right around 300 at 294. And then again at 3,433, cutting out a little bit there too. And then just a slight boost, not even a whole dB, right around 10K at 9.88, just giving her a little bit of air in her voice. So we got that going on. Then a de-esser, which is fantastic. These guys at Massey make great plugins also. And then of course the old trusty Wave CLA2A. I like the way this sounds. Now, you can leave the 60 hertz on if you like the little ocean sound in the background, the analog sound. I prefer not to have it in for most instances because a lot of times just my miking and my recordings and my preamps, things like that, introduce sound. So adjust to your mix, but I really wish Waves would turn this to off to start with and then let you add these things if necessary. But I think when you open it up default, it comes with the 60 hertz. So if you have that white noise hiss sound, try turning this off and see if it helps out your mix. All right, moving on, we have some effects, and I'm going to show you how to do these. Now, I've got a couple of effects already set up. I've got the Vox Verb, I've got Delay 1, and I've got Delay 2, and those are right here. Here's the Vox Verb, here's Delay 1, here's Delay 2. And let me show you with these in what it sounds like. And we'll solo the vocal right now.
You make my heart rip at the seams, an irresistible and heavenly tease.
Now soloed, it sounds like a little bit too much. And of course, I'm still mixing this, so I got to figure out the blend. But let me show you when we put it into the mix how it actually makes the vocal sit into the mix a little bit better.
You make my heart rip at the seams, an irresistible and heavenly tease.
Turn the effects off.
I can remember the last time I
really
gave
dry.
a damn about it.
So without the effects, the vocal's a little too dry, and with the effects, it actually sits into the space a little bit better. It actually makes it feel like she's part of the music rather than being just layered on top. So this is a great way to get your vocals to blend and kind of open up and bloom inside the mix. Let me show you how to do, let's add one more. And go to New Track here from the Sends. And it's going to open up with the default stereo aux input, and I'm going to label this one. Let's do a tube pre. So Antares makes this thing called Warm. Let's create that, and I'm going to move it over here to the end. I'm going to change it to match my output for my effects, which is stem 8. So if you have multiple outputs out of your interface and you're running them to something like a Dangerous 2-bus or some sort of analog summer, I know Black Lion Audio makes an analog summer, you're going to want to set up your session so that you have your effects going out to a separate stem. And I'll get into stems later. But for right now, let's go. This is a multi-mono plugin. It's under Other, and here's Warm. And this is just a way to add a little bit of tube saturation to your mix. I'm actually going to add a little bit of the distortion. And let's pull the output back just a touch.
You make my heart rip at the seams, an irresistible and heavenly deep.
I'm going to adjust the send output. So let's pull this down to about 8. And let's pull this down just a little bit. I don't want her that far out in front, but it does help her kind of move out in front vocally in front of it. So you can use this kind of plugin to move your vocal placement-wise in and out of the mix, which is a great way if you have, backing vocals coming in at some point and you want the main vocal to stand out in front of the backing vocals, or if you want the main vocal to blend into the backing vocals. Now I'm going to solo safe this by hitting Command and hitting the solo button, see how it grays out. Now it'll play whenever I solo the vocals. Let's close the plugins.
You make my heart rip at the seams, an irresistible and heavenly tease.
So that's with all the effects. Let's go back. Let's A-B. So this is without the effects.
You make my heart rip at the seams, an irresistible and heavenly tease.
So she's very dry, and she's very static in one spot in the mix. With the effects, she kind of blends in a little bit more.
You make my heart rip at the seams, an irresistible and heavenly tease. And I can remember the last time I gave a damn about any other guy.
So just wanted to give you guys a little taste of what I'm going to be doing here with this mix. And so if you have any questions, please leave them in a comment below and I'll be sure to get back to you. I'm going to be doing some more videos about this mix, so if you want to know something about how to blend vocals in, how to mix them, how to do automation, or if you have questions about mixing drums or guitars, I'm going to be doing it all with this session right here. So subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I'm going to be doing the next part of this video series either later this week or early next week, so get back as soon as you can. This is David from Shine On Studio in Oakland, California. If you want to ask more questions, not on the YouTube channel here, you can reach us at shineonstudios.com. I'll leave the link below. Thanks for watching.